This is the Cruise FM Out of Tune podcast with Stacey and Curtis.
Okay, Curtis, let's do this. Is this episode 3?
I think no, 4? I don't know.
We've lost track.
We should sing an intro.
And we're both already out of tune.
Yes.
So if we sang to it, it would be perfect.
Absolutely tone deaf.
We'll work
over
on
here.
some lyrics. Get to that.
All right.
This week, I'm just taking this whole moment to myself and choosing
Okay, go ahead.
what we're going to talk about.
I'll duck out.
School lunches. And I know that that's going to encompass a lot because, you know, I want to talk about school lunches now compared to kind of when they were a thing. Now, growing up, did you eat at school or did you eat at home? Because this is going to change the whole concept, I think, of things.
I ate at home. My parents, right before I started kindergarten, bought a house literally down the block from Prince Philip Elementary School.
Okay.
So little Curtis could walk the 8 houses and back.
And was your mom at home making you a lunch?
She sure was.
Okay, wow, blessed.
Yeah.
Because there's something about being able to go home for lunch because then I don't know if it's like a win or lose because you don't get to eat at school. You don't have to eat at school, but you also don't get to know what a school lunch is like. Because it's like a whole thing. Back in elementary school, I did all 3. I took lunch, I went home for lunch, and I ate at a babysitter's house. Like
Wow, that's a busy hour.
I gained a lot of weight in grade 3. What can I say? No, but I did do the school lunch thing.
Yep.
And we would all go to the science room, and that's where we ate our lunch. We'd sit at the tables, and they'd wheel in the TV, and we'd watch Flintstones.
Yeah, you would.
So that was great.
Yes.
You looked forward to lunch because you were starving. You burnt off all your energy.
Yep.
And it was,
You formed cliques.
you did. You formed
Yep.
cliques, and then you went and ran outside for a little bit, and it was back to class. Going home for lunch, different story. You had to walk there, and you had to wolf your food down because I was a ways away from school.
You missed the first 10 minutes of Flintstones.
Basically.
Yeah.
And then eating at my babysitter's house. Shout out Darlene. She was amazing. Food was always ready when we got there. It was piping hot. It was fun. It was delicious and wonderful. And then back to school you went. So it was a mixed bag lunch, if you will,
Nice. See,
of my lunches.
I was all over the place because I was blessed and privileged and I got to go home for lunch every day. However, my mom's a terrible cook.
Oh.
So it's not like I was, having filet mignon.
No, nobody was. What was your go-to? Like, what would mom make you?
I like sandwiches or McCain pizzas.
Yeah.
That was so sad growing up and those suddenly, remember when you were a kid, those little like individual
They came in 2 and you had to snap them apart?
Those, exactly. Those were the greatest thing when you were
So
a kid.
good.
And suddenly you hit 20 and you try to make those and you're like, this tastes like plastic. What happened? These taste like, this is not cheese. This is plastic.
You know what it is? Your tastes change.
I guess.
That's what happened.
It was a sad day though.
Yeah.
Because I remember them being so good and I just I can't now.
Yeah, me and my brother, it was perfect. We'd split one and add a little bit of extra cheese on top. Oh, that's the best.
You'd snap and it would never break. And you'd get that one pizza that had that little
sharp corner.
rectangle. And you're like, well, that's mine. Right.
Because I know too, like when you got something warm for lunch, because
Yes.
my lunches too, it was always like bologna, peanut butter.
The staples.
Every once in a while, I would do salmon. My mom would make me a salmon salad sandwich, and I'd be like, thanks, mom, because I always had to eat what they made me growing up. And cottage cheese, my God.
So much cottage cheese.
So much cottage cheese. Always on the side of your sandwich. Didn't matter if it was peanut butter or bologna, whatever. It was cottage cheese.
Scoop plop. There you go.
Ugh. And
Dinner served.
I had to take a break from cottage cheese. And then I just started eating it a year ago, and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. I just needed a time apart.
When we did have to stay for lunch, my God, those of us that went home, fish out of water.
Yeah.
When there was ever something.
What do we do? Where do we sit?
We don't have cliques. You're
the outsider.
You're trying to. I did not enjoy that when we had to stay for lunch for whatever reason. This is a new world for me.
Yeah. Another treat too was because it was always sandwiches. That was just the go-to. Sandwiches, some kind of fruit, a snack, whatever.
Yep.
But every once in a while, my mom would just feel fancy and do alfaghetti in a thermos. A warm thermos.
Oh my goodness.
And some bread with butter on it. And that was I have made it. This is the best day of my elementary school life to get warm food at lunch. which seems ridiculous.
Those little surprises when you were a kid for absolutely no reason just warm your heart. And now as an adult, I look back, I was like, uh-oh, Bev was feeling guilty that day for something. What happened? What'd you do, Bev? Why am I getting spoiled on this random Wednesday? I'm guilty of that now.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
subliminal treats.
I have been a terrible parent. Let's go to McDonald's. What do you say, kids?
I remember getting, when this came out of the market, it was instant pudding that you could make.
Mm-hmm.
There was powder, and you just poured your milk in and closed it up and shook it or something. I don't know.
I do remember that.
That was amazing. It was like an evolution of snack food when it came to kids' lunches.
Jello pudding pops.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Cosby told us to eat those.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
And the Jello pudding, like the cups itself.
Yes. Commercials had such a hold on us in the 80s.
Oh my God. Yes, because they were always in conjunction with our Saturday morning cartoons.
And you'd get screwed when you would see like the US commercials, and they'd be like available at a participating McDonald's, and I was like, I'm screwed.
Yeah. We are not participating.
We are. Saskatoon is not participating.
And that was
promotion.
What our family did in the summers. Our family vacations were to North Dakota. Lookout.
Yeah.
Which is basically Saskatchewan, but just in the United States. But the best part was we would go to Piggly Wiggly grocery store and get to go and check out what they had. And the snack options in the U.S. compared to Canada, unbelievable.
Garfield's root beer.
What?
You remember that?
No.
Only available in the U.S. It was this brand called Garfield's root beer. Yeah.
See, we had
legendary
Dunkaroos.
status.
We discovered there. We were like, what are these? It was amazing.
My Dunkaroo story, completely off topic.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of this. The Food Bank Challenge did it for 2 or 3 years. They had a bunch of, quote, Saskatoon celebrities, and then we would go get a standard food, like 1 week ration of food from the food bank, and then like blog and document how it was going.
Yeah.
And I did that. I was like, this is going to be so easy. And I was like out of good food by like day 4, and I had another 3 days.
Oh no.
And I like actually went and ate at the Friendship Inn and blogged about it and all that. And,
yeah.
And I kind of hit this like, I'm okay. I'm just used to being hungry now on the end of day 7.
Right.
And I was like, it's probably not going to be a big thing once midnight hits and I can eat again. And midnight hit, and I went to the closet and I sat down and I cried as I ate an entire bag of Dunkaroos. I think that's the only time
like
I had
every
Dunkaroos.
Package of Dunkaroos?
Yes. Completely off topic. There you go. Go support the... Go support the food bank.
Buy them some Dunkaroos.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's tough out there. Back to happier things.
Happier things. I want to talk about Vico and Beep.
Yes.
Because that was part of the kids eating lunch at school time in our lives. You got, I want to say 50 cents.
Yep, sounds right.
And then you went to the gym, and we had a little counter in the gym that was like a convenience thing where you could, like, there was a sink in the back and a fridge, and we had a class that sold the Beep and Vico to us, and then you ran back to the science room and ate your lunch.
And you were a god if you could navigate the spout.
Spout Beck?
Just in general, yes, the spout Beck. So you have to fold it back, and then it was like a lottery. It's like, is it going to pop back out or is it going to crumple? And if it crumpled, your day was ruined.
Quite honestly, like leaving a carton opening up to a child, what are you doing? And I understand that was probably the most convenient way to deliver juice to children at that time. But right now, if I gave Fiona a milk carton, she would not drink that day. She would not be able to get into it. I'm very positive of that.
I want to piggyback on that memory, and this is the greatest memories of lunch at elementary school, when they would have hamburger and cheeseburger day. And you would take your little slip home.
Yes.
Ours was always like light blue, and it was like half a piece of paper. And then your mom would check how many hamburgers or cheeseburgers you wanted and then send the money back in a Ziploc bag.
Were these McDonald's?
My God, they were McDonald's. And you would show up at lunch in the gym, and there'd be tables set up, and there would be like a Aztec pyramid of
burgers.
And you'd stand in line, and they would look at your slip, and they'd be like, all right, fatty, here's your 3 burgers.
Here's your 14 burgers. What the hell?
Wow.
We didn't have
And then
those.
you had the orange juice. You had the McDonald's orange juice.
That was, like, we didn't get McDonald's ones very often.
Really? We had that constantly.
We did have hot dogs, though. And I think that it was just like they boiled them at the school in a pot, and that was it. And then they slapped them in a squishy bun, and you got ketchup and mustard, and that was it. You called it a day.
Oh, we had so many
But the McDonald's days were amazing.
Those were core memories. And they made these burgers like the night before because they just there's hundreds of them.
Oh, and there was no temperature to them at all. They were literally room temperature.
And they were so good. And you would drink whatever that orange and anger was that came out of the big yellow spout thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
The big yellow barrel.
What do you call those things? Cooler? No.
Carafe?
Jug?
A jug?
Carafe is a fancy word. Because that's the reason I wanted to talk about school lunches is my daughter, Fiona, she is in kindergarten. And we get messages about hot lunch days that are coming up. And they seem very frequent, I have to say. I don't know. Like, for us in school, I felt like it was like a once a year thing, maybe twice. I don't know. We just didn't have them that often. Mm-hmm. But now she's getting them all the time. Yep. And this girl, a couple of weeks ago, had Bubba's pierogies with sour cream, the sausage, and another time they had, they're having Edo. Japan this week. Next week, Boston Pizza and Booster Juice in conjunction together.
It's not fair.
What is the deal? Like, when did the brainchild happen when people were like, let's just bring fun lunch in for the kids all the time? And we missed out on all that. Like, it was just, it's not fair.
It's an evolution. I guess.
It's
an evolution.
I'm not happy with it.
No, I'm sad. I mean, everything you described sounds delicious.
Yeah. And then the one day when it was just Booster Juice, it was just the smoothie. All of a sudden, I was like, "Oh crap! I forgot to order her one." And it's Booster Juice Day.
You will hear about that the rest of the year.
So what I did is, because I'm usually finished here till around 11:30, I bolted and I was like, "Where's the closest Booster Juice to downtown?" Oh my god! Raced over there, got her little mango hurricane, raced over to the school, and walked into the classroom. And I was the hero because everyone was like, "Fiona, your mom's here!" And her fresh Booster Juice that had just been made. I was the hero. I was.
I've done that as well, right?
Yeah.
I've done that. I forgot to sign off on it, and I've run and got it and dropped it off. And the whole time I'm thinking, this is more effort than my parents did.
1,000%.
But my anxiety's through the roof. I'm like, I'm going to be the worst. Like, I'm actually terrible for forgetting this. Well, and now my child is sitting there sad, the only one in the class without Booster Juice.
And in this situation, like, she had a lunch. She had a fully packed lunch. She had her water bottle. She just didn't have the same thing that everybody else would have. Right. So anyway, that was just ridiculous.
Good on you, making it happen.
You know what? I had the magical kindergarten experience in my brain that I wanted to give her.
Yes.
And I had ruined it. This was like 3 weeks into school, by the way. I was like, damn it, I got to get on this. Do a better job. So that's elementary school. Mm-hmm. Which I think had a certain vibe to it. When it came to high school, did you eat at school or did you go home?
I did a combination of both. Okay. It was just far enough that I could make it home and eat for like 10 minutes and head back. But that was really like a dumb waste of time.
Yeah, but it was something to do too.
Yeah, and a lot of my elementary school friends, the first little while, didn't stay for lunch, so I was like fish out of water again. Yeah. I was like, I need to make some high school friends first that actually have like already a clique before I'm comfortable staying. Yeah. So eventually that happened and I started staying for lunch. But those first few months I was trekking her home and it was eating on this, just you're eating as you're starting to walk back or bike back.
Basically, yeah.
But I am not going to that cafeteria and sitting by myself in grade 9. Oh my God.
So did you have a full-on cafeteria in your school?
We had a full-on cafeteria and they served amazing French fries. And we would dump, it was fries and gravy was like what 90% of the people had. And then they just had these big, giant, like Costco-sized
the Texas
shaker
donuts?
of like seasoning salt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Didn't do my heart favors those few months.
It never did. It never did. We didn't have a full-on cafeteria. I went to Marion Graham. We had what we called the servery.
That's fancy.
Servery. Yeah. It was a little counter that you went up to, and then it was like a mini kitchen back there, and they would make like fresh sandwiches, and they'd have soup. Sometimes they'd have pierogi day. They served pizza pretzels, Texas donuts, the coconut oatmeal haystacks. Mm-hmm. And then we also had like a little convenience thing that sold pop and candies and chocolate bar and chips.
You mentioned pizza pretzels and my heart just like skipped a beat because I had so many of those.
Oh my God.
So many of those to the point where I was like, I never want a pizza pretzel again. And I probably haven't thought about it since the last day of grade 9.
You know what though? I see them every once in a while at the grocery store and I'm like, do I want to transport back to 1992? And then I'm like, it's too many carbs.
Yeah, right?
and talk myself out of it. For me in school, I was able to walk from Graham over to my house. And my mom was at work, my dad was at work, and my brother was still going to elementary school, and he would go to a friend's house who was kind of like a daycare lady and eat there or eat at school. So I was by myself for lunch at home. I went through a phase, and I mentioned this to somebody else, and they agree, or they're like, yeah, I did the same thing. Did you ever eat an entire sleeve of Premium Plus crackers for lunch?
Probably.
Because that was my thing for a long time.
Just crunch those crackers.
Almost, I don't want to say a full sleeve because that was excessive, but like just basically crackers and a Diet Coke. And it was not for any kind of like weight or diet. It was literally like, I just want to eat crackers.
This is the easiest.
And wash them down with a crisp Diet Coke.
Oh, that sounds so good.
It's just ridiculous. Like, and it was because I had no supervision, right? So it was like, well, I guess I'll eat crackers for lunch.
Were you a picky eater?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a picky eater at all.
I was a picky eater. My children, I passed it down. My children were picky eaters.
No.
When my son was going through elementary school, he took cereal every single day.
Oh.
Every day of elementary
for lunch?
school. Yeah.
Okay.
So he would stay, and then he would pour his little milk.
Yeah.
And he would eat cereal. And he was very anxious on day one. Like, he's one of these kids that he needed to, like, understand what was coming next. And once he knew that, he was okay.
Yep.
So the first days of school were really hard on him. He was really anxious, and anxiety was through the roof.
Yeah.
And I remember one year, he was super anxious from like kindergarten to probably 5, grade 5 every year. It was really tough that first day. And then one year, I don't remember, it was like 2 or 3, just for whatever reason, he woke up and he's like, I'm ready. It's not a thing this year. I am going to kill it. It's going to be a great first day.
Yeah.
And I forgot to give him a spoon. And he came home and he was so sad. He's like, I was sitting there by myself because I was embarrassed, and I was like eating it with like 2 hooked fingers.
Jeez. Wow. Way to ruin.
Yeah, it's tough.
6?
It's tough. It's tough. I think I was like grade 2. It's tough though. All your victories you never remember.
Yeah.
But one day I forgot to pack a spoon, and I still like makes my eye vibrate anytime I eat cereal. I'm like, I remember that day I failed so hard.
Failed you, my son.
You were talking before about how they get food brought in all the time in elementary school. Where my daughter goes, it's called healthy hunger, but it's never healthy.
Oh,
it's very rarely healthy.
Fiona's is hunger care. No, or maybe it is healthy hunger.
Healthy hunger.
Yes, because it doesn't make sense.
No. So they put a happier title on it than when we were kids, but it's still not very healthy. It's like Dairy Queen sometimes, like fries and burgers
Boston Pizza.
Stuff.
Like, what is going on?
But when I was younger in elementary school, sorry to tie this all back, we would always also have like some sort of fitness aspect.
Oh no! Forced participation.
Yes. So it was almost like they felt guilty about giving us McDonald's for lunch, and then we would do these ridiculous fitness things. And I remember one time we scarfed our hamburgers down, and then there were these like peppy college kids. They must have, I don't know, they came and they're like, all right, everybody, let's get up and move. And we were doing like jumping jacks. And it was just, and I just remember they were blasting Salt and Peppa's Push It, and we were in grade 8, and I was like, I don't know if this is appropriate.
Not appropriate, but I'll do it anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure they were all like kinesiology students. They had that very like annoyingly peppy, I'm healthy. Yeah. Let's go. I've been up since 5. Doing squats.
Those forced programs though in school, like, God bless the people who teach children, because it is a tough gig. And, yes, you get a treat lunch, but then being like, whoa, how about some fitness to go along with that? That's very hard.
Because I want to run in place after I've had 4 McDonald's cheeseburgers and 2 liters of that mysterious orange drink. That's exactly what I want.
Oh, man.
And how do those people get there? I think we talked off mic before about this. Like, those weird things that came to your school. Simpsons did a great job of showcasing that, where like the yo-yo people show up. Remember that episode?
Yep.
And that was so elementary school. Just all of a sudden you'd go to you'd have this assembly, and it would just be like this random person giving you a speech.
Well, I'm
that had
assuming
nothing
they
to
got
do.
driven there.
Well, for sure.
What do you mean?
Like, why would the school be like, let's have this person in today?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And I look back and all those weird times we went to the gym, and they had these presentations that made no sense.
Yeah.
It's like, was this like a tax write-off for them? Wait, well, how did these?
Well, how did
this come to be?
They have to do X amount per year.
Okay.
And so it's probably just like, hey, my nephew goes to the gym. Perfect. Bring him down. Can he do jumping jacks? Absolutely.
So it was like a grift, essentially.
Absolutely.
So these people were just like, hey, I'm available.
No certifications.
I have a salt and pepper CD. Yes. I will get the kids running in place and doing jumping jacks.
I'll wear some tie-dye. It'll be great.
I want X amount of dollars. Mm-hmm. And they looked at this budget and were like, okay, let's subtract that. Let's bring in Uncle Kyle.
We could be very wrong about this. Maybe it was like totally, brought by the government and facilitated and legit, but I don't know. It sounds like it was very shady.
Yes.
And the fact that we did have to participate.
How can I get that gig? Because I imagine that's probably paid well.
Should we be like Hal and Joanne?
That would be amazing.
I
interviewed Hal and Joanne. Do you know Hal and Joanne were like, when I lied on my resume and got a job as a reporter, they were literally, I think, the 4th people I ever interviewed in my life.
Oh my God.
Hal and Joanne came from Saskatoon, and I'm standing there sweating into my eyes with my piece of paper, and I was like, I understand you guys purposely do role reversals on your videos. Or gender role reversals. And they're like,
That's so clever.
Yeah, we do. And then they explained what that was, and I was like,
Anyway.
Just bombed.
Oh, man. That's classic memories there. Hal Johnson, Joanne McLeod, Curtis Anderson, Stacey Cooper. I think it would work.
We could do it.
Yeah.
We could.
Should we pull out the Anderson Cooper?
Yes, Anderson Cooper. Anderson Cooper 2.0.
Yeah, and then we're
elementary schools can hire us. We'll serve the hamburgers, and then we'll get them up running in place. And
then should we wear like little silver wigs, but also incorporate like a news aspect into it?
We could.
I think this is something we could.
And we can promote careers in radio.
There you go.
And be like, it ties in perfectly with a McDonald's diet.
McDonald's, radio cares, and physical fitness with wigs.
It's all coming together.
Cooper. This is amazing.
Anderson Cooper.
I write this down.
Quick, somebody write this down.
Quick.
School lunches. I mean, yeah, they get better food now, but they don't get Flintstones. So, I mean, that's the trade-off, right?
That is a big trade-off. That is an unfortunate trade-off. Should we very quickly talk about the Flintstones? Because one of my friends mentioned, I've got a bunch of the, not Simpsons, Flintstones on DVD.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, are you kidding me right now? Please, can I borrow those? He's like, yeah, absolutely.
Have they aged well?
Zero.
Nothing.
Like the worst aging of anything I think I've ever seen. Because that show is based off of The Honeymooners, I believe, which was out in the 50s. And it is very misogynistic. Yes. It's very entertaining to the eye. The characters are cute. But the gender stereotypes, the gender roles that are in place are insane.
I adore the commercials they made where the characters are actually smoking. Like there's legitimate commercials for cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
The Flintstones character smoking. And again, I missed the first 7 minutes of every single episode of Flintstones because I'd walk home.
Oh, damn.
So I'd always run and turn the TV on. I was like, oh, well, looks like Fred didn't go out looking for trouble, but trouble found him, and here we go.
Where did he go? To the lodge?
And Wilma's all up in his grill because he's not being a good husband.
And Betty's bitching about Barney.
Betty, it was not a healthy look on marriage, let me tell you.
Oh, it was so bizarre, but we just, that's what it was. That's what we had.
It's so much fun. That should be the next one. Rewatching your childhood favorites. Mm-hmm. Oh man, popping in that DVD of Perfect Strangers was not.
Oh, Perfect Strangers.
You talk about not aging
well. Bartakamoose?
Yeah, very racist by today's standards.
Oh, geez.
Yes.
What's
the whole premise was this foreign guy.
Well, yeah.
Not fitting in to New York.
Yeah.
And let's all laugh at him.
And at the time, it would have been just
he has different traditions and beliefs than us.
Good. Let's make fun of those.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Okay, well, now that we've talked about kids' lunch for so long, I am absolutely starving. I'm going to go home and eat a big bowl of cottage cheese.
I'm going to go stop by McDonald's and buy a pyramid of cheeseburgers. And I will make my children appreciate this. I'll get the old... the gray plastic folding table.
There you go.
And I'll stack them up, and I will get. It's got to be online somewhere. The recipe for that mysterious orange liquid.
That's a McDonald's drink.
It is. It was a McDonald's orange drink, but it wasn't orange pop, and it's gone.
There's no recipe. It was a powdered thing like Tang.
The McDonald's Men in Black.
Tang?
The McDonald's Men in Black come and wipe your memory if you mention it. If you go in and ask what that was.
Doesn't exist anymore.
Hamburglar in his long trench coat comes out with a magic wand and taps your forehead. And
done.
Yeah, you don't remember that anymore.
I think it was wasn't it orange drink on the menu? Like, I don't even think it was juice.
No,
they weren't allowed to call it juice. No. Orange beverage?
Sure.
We'll have to look into that.
Made in the Ronald's lab in the basement.
Yeah, just pure chemicals. This actually came about by accident when we mixed cleaning fluid and food coloring.
Yeah. It's 40% Fry Guy.
Yeah.
You just had him in cages down there.
Bit of burger drippings. Ew. Okay, that concludes our school lunch episode. We are going to do this again next week.
Can't wait.
Thanks for listening to the Cruise FM Out of Tune podcast. Check back for new episodes wherever you get your podcasts or at cruisefm.com.